Hello, this is Joseph Beamer coming to you with my progress presentation for this month. And I'd like to just talk briefly about my three goals, which will be very brief. But the first, second, and third to create a vector piece for my portfolio website. Keep up with trying to do 2 blogs a day to kind of fill up my blog section and for my portfolio website. And the third was to begin a podcast with a friend. I'm dealing with the anime industry. I went a completely different route with that. I'm not done with it neither, but I will get to that here momentarily. As for my first goal, I there were some hiccups in trying to at least even get my vector art started. The first being I didn't really set enough time, for myself to actually go in and try to even begin designing the piece for my website. And the second, problem came with running out of, um, you know, money to pay for Creative Cloud, which stopped my Adobe Illustrator, which I had no access to, creating afterwards. So that put a damper on my first goal. Now, going on to my second goal, the blog, the blogs that I had initially wanted to create, the 2 a day, that completely fell through, and I was able to, at the end of the month, create a couple to kind of jumpstart my blog. But again, time played a factor in like how I was able to construct time, set aside time to create any of the blogs that I wanted to, and I found myself getting a little bit distracted by the woes of like everyday life. So not really too many. I don't really want to say excuses because I set these goals up and I should have been able to try to make them work. And time management was a huge issue for me this month for this portion of my for this goal itself. Now for the podcast, I had a couple of issues for most of the month. My any friend that I asked had no, they weren't really able to help when I needed them because they had issues with their own household that needed to be worked, that needed to be addressed. So I kind of fell through with that in the beginning of this process. So it led to a lot of frustration in the end because my initial plan was to get it rolling in the first week, but I found myself in the end, uh, finding ways around trying to get my one of my friends to integrate some time to work with me for over this weekend. So I'm actually starting up a script, and by this weekend we will have our first episode rolling. But aside from that, for this month, I found my progression to be extremely low, so I was not at all proud of any of the work that I did, really. But thank you.